Hello world, Richard Hackworth here. It's about 5 a.m. here in Orlando, Florida, and I was thinking about something on my drive over here, and before I get out on my walk, and I just wanted to share something with the other martial arts school owners out there, and I want to talk to you about why competition is irrelevant. And I think that there are basically three reasons that competition is doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you why. When I first decided to go from being a part-time school to a full-time school in 1992, I was in Orlando, Florida, and other school owners that I knew from around the country were asking me, they're like, Richard, what are you, nuts? Orlando is one of the most saturated markets in the country for martial arts schools. And they were right. There was like one in every plaza. Every shopping center in Orlando has a martial arts school. And I just felt like, I don't even entertain that kind of thinking. That's a mindset issue. And I never thought of other martial arts schools as my competition. And if they think of me as their competition, that's on them. But I just told them that if there's that many schools, it means that there's a demand. And I don't think that there's ever a point where there can be too many good schools. And I say that not to be cocky, but to basically, let me give you a little story here. When I came back from Korea, I visited a lot of schools. I thought maybe I could teach at some of those places or work with some of those people. And what I found was that the standard of Taekwondo and Hapkido in the United States was way below what I was used to. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant. I'm just saying that that's the way it is. And for those of you that don't believe me, you're welcome to come with me to Korea sometime to experience the difference. So I'm going to give you three things, right? And number one is basically you want to pretend that you're the only martial arts teacher in your town. And I don't mean that to be arrogant, and I'm not saying that to be rude or whatever. But what I'm saying is you have to have this mindset that the other martial arts school owners, whether you interact with them or not, are your colleagues. Your colleagues, okay? And your job is just to serve your students and share your gift. Your martial arts talents are a gift. And if you're an instructor, you owe it to the world to share your gift. And if you share it properly, you'll be compensated properly and can earn a decent living doing it. And that's another one of my missions, is to help good instructors make their full-time living from martial arts teaching. So like I said, just think of the other martial arts schools as your colleagues, and don't even worry about what their styles are, how they teach. You do what you do. And I know for me, like, my teaching was based on following the teachings of my teachers and the instructors and master's courses that I attended in Korea. And the groundwork that they give me at those courses, or gave me at those courses, really set the standard for how I was going to operate. And it has worked out well for me for many years. So that's number one. Just pretend you're the only instructor. Don't even take into consideration how other people teach their classes, what they do. I hear people talking about things like rotating curriculum or whatever. And I'm like, to me, that sounds ridiculous. For them, because for them, their goal is to make teaching easier. My goal is to make learning easier. Okay? So number two on my list of things to do to make competition irrelevant to you, so that it doesn't matter, is that basically exercise your self-discipline and limit Facebook and social media time. Most instructors I know spend way too much time on social media. And the reason I say that is that I know I leave it open on my phone, so sometimes I'll jump on there to check messages and whatnot. But what I notice is that if I send a message to most school owners, they reply within seconds. And I'm thinking, how is this guy spending 6 hours, 7 hours a day on Facebook? That's probably one of the reasons that he's not having the success that he deserves, because his focus and his priorities are a little out of whack there. So, like I said, exercise your self-discipline, limit your social media time to being productive and doing it with a purpose. You know, once you do social media with a purpose, you'll find you need less time on there. Create a checklist of what you're going to do when you're on social media. And if you need help with a checklist, I don't mind sharing mine with you. Go ahead and private message me. I'll be glad to send it to you. And then the other thing is, as far as like limiting your time, don't look at what other people are doing and compare yourself. You know, because I remember one time this instructor told me, he's like, man, you know, this other guy, he's doing great, he's doing this, he's doing that, and how come I'm not having that success? And I'm like, well, because you've only been open for 2 years and he's been open for 30. He's been laying the foundation of his success for 3 decades. You can't compare your step of the journey to where he is, because he has a 30-year head start on you. So don't compare. And there's a saying that comparison is the thief of joy. And I know that that's true as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you are going to follow people on social media, be very careful about who you follow. Follow people with a purpose. And I know for me, I follow a lot of people that I feel are like my mentors. People that inspire me and motivate me to be better at what I do. And so you're not out there, don't be out there on social media arguing with people all the time and creating conflict. That doesn't help you. And I see instructors that do that all the time. They jump on social media like they're trying to pick a fight. And I'm like, you know, you make yourself look pretty damn pathetic when you do that. Have a little purpose to your life. You know, share your gift in a positive way. And so make sure that you use or follow people that are a model for motivation. And the whole thing about it being so competitive is out there is just a belief system. And you need to change your belief system and understand that your biggest competition is you. And the biggest thing holding you back is you. With your inefficient time on social media, with your lack of organizational skills, with your poor teaching structure because you never took a proper instructor's course. But I got great news for you. All of those things can be fixed. And even better news is that you are the #1 person that can make that happen. You know, you can sign up for these courses to improve your teaching skills. You can get services to handle those menial tasks that you need completed as a school owner that you personally don't have time to do. And I talk to a lot of instructors and I'll ask them, do you have a newsletter? Do you do this, do that? And they tell me, sir, just honestly, I don't have time. I just don't have time to do that. And the thing is, like, a lot of them are working full-time jobs on top of teaching martial arts. And that's my other goal is, if you're a good instructor, I want to help you in the coming year reach a point with your martial arts school that you can afford for yourself and your spouse to stop working outside jobs and focus on living your life as a martial arts entrepreneur. Now, I call it being a lifestyle entrepreneur, because being a martial artist is really a lifestyle. And I know this video went a lot longer than I had intended, and some of you may have clicked away by now, but like I said, give a good listen to what I've said. Play it again if you need to. Take notes on the 3 things, and just keep in mind that, like I said, you can do it. You can fix any of these problems that you've got. And don't let the thought of other schools in the area hamper you. Because, like I said, competition doesn't matter. All right, guys, I love you. And hopefully you'll join the group in the description and participate with what we've got going on there. We have a Facebook page where we share samples and different things with you. And like I said, start using the free resources from that page. You know, if you're a struggling instructor, go in there, look for things that you can use and apply them, you know. And if you need more assistance down the road and you want someone to mentor you and help you reach the level of success that you deserve, I'm here for you. And if my type of, my way of doing it or my business model isn't a good fit for you, I will recommend you to somebody that is a good fit for you. So keep that in mind. Like I said, people, that's my word for today. I love you. I want all of you to succeed, and take care.